Rahmanir Rahim. On Friday, we read a story. Can anyone tell me what this story was? Go on, Ubayda.
Christmas?
Okay, in this book.
Islamic.
Does anyone know? Anyone else? Go on, Huzaifa.
Islamic.
What was this? Yeah, Islamic. What was the story?
Oh,
Who was it about?
it was about Jesus and the real story.
Yeah, it was about Isa alayhi salam, the real story about Isa alayhi salam, okay? Now, everyone put their hand up. Anyone that knows the answer, put their hand up, okay? Where did this story take place? Where did this story take place? Go on.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Okay, where did this story take place? Jerusalem. Number one, okay? Number two, the pious lady. Does anyone know the pious lady's name? Go on, Talut.
Maria.
No.
Oh, I know it.
Wait, go on.
Maria.
No.
Oh, I know it.
Go on.
Hannah.
Hannah.
Oh.
The pious lady's name was Hannah. Okay, and what was her husband's name? Go on, Talut. Imran. Okay. What did she ask for? Go on. A baby. A baby boy. Okay, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give her?
A baby.
Go on.
A baby girl.
A baby girl. Okay, now what was this baby girl's name? Anyone? Go on, Hannah. Maryam. What was this baby girl's name? Maryam. Okay. Now, one other thing that we learned from here, listen carefully because I'm going to ask you question after question, okay? What does anyone know what they did, what the mother and father did with Maryam alayhi salam? Where did they put her? Zavia? Yeah, in the path of Allah. What does it mean by in the path of Allah? They sent the child to serve Allah in the masjid. Okay, now we're moving on now, okay? Maryam alayhi salam grew up in the loving care of the Prophet Zakaria alayhi salam. Okay, when I'm reading, look at me. Okay, when I'm reading, look at me. We're not going to read for long. We're not going to read for long, okay? And we just want you to understand the story. So, Maryam alayhi salam, she grew up in the loving care of Prophet Zakaria alayhi salam. So her uncle Zakaria alayhi salam was taking care of Maryam alayhi salam. Has everyone understood that? He was an uncle of Maryam alayhi salam and the chief priest at the temple in Jerusalem. Does anyone know, can anyone remember what it means by alayhi salam? What does it mean by as-salam? Go on.
Peace be upon.
Peace be upon her. Alayhi salam, peace be upon her. When it's a lady, we say alayhi salam. Alayhi salam. And when it's a male, does anyone know if it's a male, what do we say? Mister. Go on. Alayhi salam. Good. Okay, so if it's a man, Mister is alayhi salam. If it's a lady, a woman, it's alayhi salam.
And that's Mrs.
Yeah, that's when we get married. What did I say to you? What did I say to you earlier? Can you remind me? Don't shout. Remember this. Okay? Whenever the Prophet Zakaria alayhi salam went to see Maryam alayhi salam praying in the mihrab, he was amazed to find fresh fruit, and he would ask her about it. Look, now listen to this carefully. So who was she in the care of? Zakaria alayhi salam, yeah? So Maryam alayhi salam was in the care of Zakaria alayhi salam. Whenever, so for example, this was the room that Maryam alayhi salam was praying in. No. For example, this is the room that Maryam alayhi salam was praying in. Whenever Zakaria alayhi salam would come from outside and he used to come ask permission and come inside the room, he would see that different types of fruits are inside the room. So for example, if it's not the season of pomegranates, if it's not the season of oranges, he would see different types of fruit inside the room. Do you understand that? Has everyone understood that?
Yeah.
So then Zakaria alayhi salam says to Maryam alayhi salam that where has this fruit come from? Where is this fruit coming from? Okay? So he would ask her, "Oh Maryam, where is this fruit, where is this food from?" From Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, she would answer. So what would she say? Where's it from? Everyone? Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives as much as He likes to whoever He pleases. Okay? So she says to Zakaria alayhi salam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving me all this food and all this fruit. Okay? And so Maryam was raised to be a pious and most devout servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maryam alayhi salam, she had a special room. Now when I went to Palestine recently, and in the boundary of Masjid al-Aqsa, if you go there, and if you go up these beautiful steps, I'll show you a picture sometime. If you go up these beautiful steps, you see a special room there. It's a beautiful room. You can't go inside it, but it's got a lock on it, and you can look inside it like this. One day I will show you on my phone. And this is where Maryam alayhi salam would worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's such a beautiful place. Yeah, go on.
Hey, Mustafa, why was the room locked for?
The room is locked now.
Yeah, but why?
Out of respect. Okay, out of respect. Why have they locked this room up now? Because many Muslims, they will go inside there and they will do things that we're not supposed to be doing. Do you understand? So you might even go inside there, like today's time and age, many people have no respect for the mosques as well. This is a mosque. But many people inside the mosque, they swear. Yeah, do you understand? Many people have their Quran open, many children have their Quran open and they're swearing. Do you understand? Many people have their Quran open and they're singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Yeah? And when you grow up a little bit older, when you grow up a little bit more, then I have seen with my own eyes children 13, 14, 15 years old, and they have their Quran open and they are singing songs. Everyone knows Tupac, don't they? Everyone knows G-Unit. Everyone knows all these big gangsters. So all of these, so they have the Quran open and they're singing songs. So the reason why we keep that place locked is out of respect. So whoever goes inside there, they respect that place. So you can go there. I've been there loads and loads of times, and when you go there, when you go near that room, Dawood, yeah, when you go near that room, it's such a beautiful room. It's so nice. So you think to yourself that Maryam alayhi salam was worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala there, okay? Now, Maryam alayhi salam would spend most of her time in prayer. So in there, she would only worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And soon she became known for being a very good and pure person. Okay, so everyone knew about her that she is always worshipping Allah. Okay, thus the Quran remembers her. We have set her above all other women. So in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept a special surah. How many surahs are there in the Quran, Dawood? 500 or 600? Take a guess. 500 or 600? 500. Okay. Huzaifa, Hamza. How many surahs in the Quran?
600.
600. How many? Anyone else?
Oh,
me. Go on, Zabia. 600. Anyone else? Come on.
600.
600. How many? 900. You don't know what that is.
Wait,
Go on.
questions.
Go on, speak.
600.
You speak. Okay, listen carefully. Put your arms down. Okay. There's only 114 surahs in the
I
Quran.
knew it was a trick question.
How did you know it was a trick
I
question?
just said if it's a trick question.
You should know. I always play tricks.
I knew it. 1 point for me.
Right. So how many surahs are there in the Quran? Everyone listen. How many surahs in the Quran?
140.
You're going to remember this now.
I remember.
Alright, just pause there now. Yeah, go on, Huzaifa.
I thought it wasn't 600 or 500 because, like, in a Quran, if it would been like 600 or 500, it would have been like more bigger.
Bigger, yeah, you're right. So he's got a point that it would have been bigger, but at the same time, you've got small surahs as well, haven't you? You've got Surah Ikhlas, you've got Inna Atayna Kal Kawthar, you've got small surahs. So one thing that you have learned today, one thing all of you have learned today is how many surahs is there in the Quran? 114. Okay, 114.
There would be more.
But you thought wrong.
At least I got 2.
Yeah. Okay. Has everyone understood that? So one of these 114 surahs, is called Maryam. Surah Maryam. Surah Maryam. What a beautiful name. Okay? MashaAllah. Now, this surah talks about Maryam alayhi salam. This surah talks about Maryam alayhi salam. Does anyone else know a surah's name? Put your hand up if you know surah's name. Go on.
Surah Ma'idah.
Surah Ma'idah. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Oh, here.
Amma ba'd. Right, come on.
I don't want.
Surah Ikhlas. Does anyone else know? Go on. Surah, good boy. Surah Fatiha. Go on.
Surah Al-Baqarah.
Surah Al-Baqarah. So in total there's 114 surahs. You need to remember this. One of these surahs is called Surah Maryam. Okay? Now moving on. Is there any questions? Does anyone have any questions?
Me.
Go on.
Did ever Maryam?
Alayhi salam.
Yes. What was it?
Today would be nice.
Missed the prayer.
No, she never missed her prayer. She was chosen by Allah. She was chosen by Allah. Now, one other thing over here. How many of you read namaz at home? Put your hand up.
Oh, what is the
Namaz. How many of you read salah at home? Be honest. Honest. I'm going to ask your dad. Which one do you read at home? Which one do you read at home? Okay, does he read at home, Hamza?
Yeah.
Which one does he read?
No.
Salah. Salah. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. That one.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
I can tell by your eyes you're lying. Okay, everyone be quiet.
He did it.
Be quiet now. Alright, so we're moving on now. One day, when Maryam alayhi salam was praying alone in her prayer place, where she was praying, okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent an angel to her. So an angel came in the form of a human being. Yeah. It's Isa, Zirik, this way. Go. Whoever needs to go, go, yeah.
Which angel was it?
We're going to talk about it now. Okay? So, while she was praying one day, an angel came. Okay? This angel was Jibreel alayhi salam in the form of a human being. In the form of a human being. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent an angel to her who appeared in human form. So, inside the room, a person appeared. She was taken aback. So, she was shocked. It's like, for example, you are in your room at night time sleeping and all of a sudden you turn the light on and there's someone standing there. You'd be shocked. You'd probably, yeah, you'd probably scream your head off and you'd probably even jump out the window. Yeah. Right. Now, if it's like a scary monster, then you probably will jump out the window. Now, Huzaifa and Ubaidah and you guys, you live very high. Very high, so don't jump out of the window. Don't. You live very high, so don't jump out of the window. So, listen carefully now. So, Maryam alayhi salam, she was praying in her room, and then all of a sudden she's seen a human being. Okay? Is Yana listening? Now, who was this person? It was Jibreel alayhi salam in the form of a human being. The form of a human being. She was taken by shock. May the merciful defend me from you. So what she said is, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect me from you. Move forward, Isa. Ziri. Said Maryam, who was very frightened. If you fear the Lord, leave me alone and go away. So what did she say? If you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, go away. And go away from here. Now, Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, I am the messenger of your Lord. I am the messenger of your Lord. Replied the angel, and have come to announce to you a gift of a holy son. So this angel came, and this angel said that I am sent from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I have come to give you a beautiful glad tiding that you will be having a baby boy. You will be having a baby boy. What did Maryam alayhi salam say? What do you think Maryam alayhi salam said? Go on.
Did she say like how? Because
Yeah, listen carefully guys. Yeah?
because
She wasn't married. So Maryam alayhi salam said that how can I have a baby when I am not married? How can I have a baby? Do you understand? How can I have a child when I have no husband? So she says, how shall I bear a son? She wondered. when I am untouched by a man, no man has touched me. Is everyone understanding this so far?
Hey, go red thing, that's why.
Listen, behave.
Give me a-
So he said, what did the angel say? He said, even so your Lord has said, that it is easy for me, and we will appoint him a sign for men and mercy from us. It is a thing which is decreed. So look, what did the angel say? Listen carefully. What did the angel say? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided that you are going to have a baby boy. You're going to have a child. So this is not going to change. And this person, this child, is going to be blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, now listen to this. We're going to read 2-3 more pages. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, Sufyan, tell me, whose care did Maryam alayhi salam go in? Good boy, Prophet Zakaria alayhi salam. Good boy, excellent. Good answer, Sufyan. Yes? Yeah, go toilet. Someone take him. Listen, take him. Now listen. Yeah, go take him. Yeah. Maryam alayhi salam was deeply affected by the words of the angel and was filled with peace and happiness, for Allah has chosen her above all women for his wondrous miracle. So look, Maryam alayhi salam, all of a sudden she was worried, but at the same time she became happy. The reason being is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose her. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose her. She left the temple and moved to a remote place. So now look, when she was told that she is going to have a child, Zavia, listen, when she was told that she was going to have a child, she went somewhere else. She left the place of worship and she went somewhere else. Okay? There, Maryam alayhi salam, she gave birth to a son whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had already named Isa bin Maryam, Jesus, son of Mary. So she had a child over there, she had a boy. Okay? Huh?
How did she?
She just had, look, when Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam came, he just blew. Some people say that, you know, when she was standing, what you have to remember, understand this carefully, what? Yeah, go. Understand this carefully. Look, for me and you, we think that this is not possible like this or this or this. Yeah.
What is name?
Maryam.
Man.
The man, his name was Jibreel. So look, understand this carefully. Maryam alayhi salam, she had a child. Now who was the father? No one was the father. It was a miracle from Allah. Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam came with the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Wafa and Shayma, are you understanding? Yeah? هل تفهمي؟ نعم أم لا؟ ماذا أقول؟ قل قلي. Yeah. قل ماذا تفهمان؟ Speak. هل تفهمان شيئا؟ لا؟ نعم؟
Never.
Say something. How do you say something in Syrian?
This is
قل شيئا. قل or قل. قل شيئا. وفاء شيماء قل شيئا. لا؟ لا تريدان؟
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So look, Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam came down and it says that he blew in here. Maryam alayhi salam was standing and he blew inside here. He just blew. And then Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam, he left, and because of this, Maryam alayhi salatu wasalam was going to have a baby whose name was Isa alayhi salam. Okay? Right? Are you listening?
Yeah.
Move away from that. So now moving on, when Maryam alayhi salam returned with the baby, fingers were pointed at her, but she kept quiet and pointed to the baby. Now look, if you remember, Maryam alayhi salam, when she was going to have the baby and when she was told, where did she go? She went somewhere else. She went somewhere far.
Went to a farm.
She didn't go to a farm. Remember we're talking about pious people. These are special people. We don't say anything like this about them. Do you understand? So she left the place of worship and she went somewhere far. When she went somewhere far, this is where she had the baby. Now when she came back, people were pointing fingers at her that you are not married. Where did you get this baby from? Where did you get this baby from? So tomorrow, inshallah, we are going to read what she explains and where did she get the baby from. Before we stop, any questions yet? No, she didn't go to Mecca. She stayed in Palestine. She stayed in Palestine. Anyone else got a question?
No.
No? Anyone? وفاء شيماء هل تريدان أن تقولان شيئان؟ لا نعم لا شيئان. Alright, tell me. Alright, inshallah.